Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the EmpowerHer Business Accelerator Podcast. I am Philippa Channer, your host, and today I'm here with a message to help you start the new year feeling rested, renewed, and ready to grow without the pressure of perfection. As we move into 2025, I know many of us are thinking about the future and setting goals and looking for ways to take our businesses to the next level. But before we dive into the hustle, I want to remind you that rest and reflection are just as important as action. All right, so today I'm jumping right into the content. No fluff, no little sales pitch. This is a very important topic, and I just want to jump into it. As entrepreneurs, we often feel the need to keep pushing forward, to always be just on and be productive. But the truth is, rest is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Taking time to slow down, to reflect, and recharge allows us to approach our work with fresh energy, creativity, and just fresh perspective. If you've been running at full speed all year long, I want to encourage you to just take a moment to breathe. Rest isn't just about pausing, it's about renewing your mind and body so you can come back even stronger. So here are a few ways that you can embrace rest and renewal this season. I encourage you first to unplug and just disconnect. Whether it's for a few days or even just a few hours each day, take intentional time away from work and screens. This is going to help clear your mind and reduce burnout. And no, this doesn't mean going on your screen and watching Netflix. No, I want you to really disconnect. You want to connect with you and just be still with you. Not anything else, not listening to podcasts, not even reading a book, maybe journaling. If you're going to be reading a book, it's a self-help book on rest and renewing yourself. But really disconnect. Don't just fill the void with something else, but fill the void with you and just time with God, with yourself, and just how you can build yourself up. The next thing I want you to do, and the ways we can embrace and rest and renew, is reflect on the past year. Instead of focusing on what you didn't get right, take time to reflect on all of the accomplishments that you did make. What went well? What lessons did you learn? And I want you to celebrate these wins and growth, no matter how small they are. That is one thing I can't stress enough that we as women do not do enough, is we need to celebrate the little things that we do accomplish and the big things that we accomplish. I try to, every quarter, I have a CEO retreat by myself where I'm reflecting on my business. And part of that reflection time is to write out the different things I accomplished that last quarter. And I will actually write myself something I can do to treat myself for making those accomplishments, even if it's just scheduling like a 30-minute massage or getting a facial, something small that I can say, this is for me, and it's to celebrate what I accomplished. It's so important for my health, honestly. The next thing I want you to think about in ways to embrace rest and renewal is self-care. Rest is about more than just sleep. It's about nurturing yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Whether it's a walk, a good book, or spending time with loved ones, you want to make space for activities that fill your cup, whatever your cup needs to be filled with. I love my go-to hobby of just disconnecting, which kind of goes against what I was saying earlier about screens. But sometimes people's hobbies, you can have painting, some are as magicians, writing poetry. My go-to hobby is just de-stressing by playing a video game. I will play, now there's different types of, if you're a gamer, there's different types of video games. There's games that are more intense and that are very heavy. Like I won't play a heavy game. I'm talking like something that's just like mindless. So if there's a block game where I can just move my little character around and all I'm doing is merging blocks. You start very low and you get a bunch of number 2 blocks and you merge the blocks into forming number 4 blocks. And then you get more number 2 and you just keep building and then you merge the 4 blocks into 8 blocks. Like there's no real thinking behind it. You just match the colors and numbers. And that to me is just it's like I'm staring mind-numbingly at it, but my brain is actually, I'm in reflecting mode there. Like I'm just, as my fingers are just moving my little character, I'm taking that time to think about different parts of my life and just to reflect on different things. And so that's a hobby, an activity that fills my cup because on the outside, you just see me playing a video game, but on the inside, because it's it's a mindless game. I'm not thinking about the game. I'm thinking about me and taking time. So that's just a weird example of different ways that you can find your rest and renewal. So remember, when you give yourself permission to rest, you're not stepping away from progress. That's the one thing I want you to stress, is that taking time for a rest does not mean you're stopping your business and it's falling apart. You're preparing yourself for more. You're getting ready to come back even stronger. All right, so next I'm going to talk about setting intentions for growth, not perfection. This is hard because a lot of times when I hear goals and I think of setting goals and I think of setting resolutions, I'm starting with this perfect vision of myself. And I said, okay, let me work backwards. If I want to get to this perfect person I'm visualizing, what do I need to do? What goals do I need to set? And it's kind of, on one hand, it's the good practice. But on the other hand, it's setting myself up for failure, because a lot of times that perfect vision is not realistic. So as we enter the new year, it's natural to want to set goals and ambitions for our businesses too. I want to invite you to approach this year with a mindset of growth instead of perfection. Instead of placing pressure on yourself to achieve very rigid, perfect outcomes, I want to focus on set intentions that allow for flexibility and growth. Growth is about evolving, learning, and improving, not about hitting every single milestone flawlessly. So here's how you can set some meaningful intentions this year that aren't perfection and don't overwhelm you and don't burden you out. All right. First is prioritize growth over results. Ask yourself, how do I want to grow this year? It's less about achieving a specific number or metric and more about the direction you want to head in. Maybe it's becoming a more confident leader, improving your systems, or connecting more deeply with your clients. Next thing I want you to encourage you to do is be flexible. Life and business are very unpredictable. It's okay if things don't go always according to the plan that you've set. Setting flexible intentions allow you to adjust course without feeling like you've failed. And then focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection can paralyze us. Instead, I want you to celebrate progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, it's a win. The goal is to move forward and keep moving forward, learning from setbacks and growing through the process. By setting intentions, focusing on growth, you're going to give yourself the freedom to evolve and make space for both success and learning. As we step into 2025, I hope that you give yourself the gift of rest and renewal. Reflect on the year behind you, embrace the lessons, and allow yourself to recharge. And as you set your intentions for the year ahead, remember, it's not about perfection, it's about growth. Now, thank you so much for joining me today and for this year. I hope this message encourages you to start the year with a renewed mindset, one that prioritizes both rest and intentional growth. And if you're ready to take your business to new heights in 2025, don't forget to learn more about the EmpowerHer program that's launching in January. This transformative experience is designed to help you grow your business and connect with like-minded female entrepreneurs. All the details are in the show notes, or at least the link to all the details are in the show notes. And I would love for you to be a part of it. Until next time, keep shining, and remember, growth comes from both rest and actions, and you're capable of achieving great things in the new year. So happy new year to you all, and I will see you guys next year.